Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. Welcome back to another cooking vlog. Sherri, we've actually been continuing these.
We have, yeah.
I'm a little surprised.
I'm kind of proud of us.
I'm very proud of us. Now, today's gonna be a little bit different because today is where cooking vlogs just meet real life.
Correct.
You know, some of our vlogs have been, oh, here's a recipe that we're gonna prepare. We're gonna like actually assemble stuff. We're gonna cook something. That's great when that can happen. Sometimes life happens.
Right.
And so today we are making, without a doubt, the easiest thing we have made yet here in this series. But honestly, it sounds really delicious because we are doing keto Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah. This is not something that we have made before, but we are both fans of Philly cheesesteaks, and this is a really easy way to make a keto, so we're gonna try it.
I want to address one thing from the very beginning. Because anytime you're dealing with a food as iconic as a Philly cheesesteak, there are going to be people in the comments who say, that's not a Philly cheesesteak, that's not a Philly cheesesteak, a Philly cheesesteak is supposed to have, right, that kind of thing. This is a dish inspired by the Philly cheesesteak with lots of creative liberties taken, okay? So it is inspired by, we're not trying to recreate the most traditional Philly cheesesteak, but I do think this is going to be pretty delicious. And we actually have everything on hand already, and this is all that we are going to need. We actually found these at our store. It's shaved beefsteak, like already thin sliced and cut up, perfect for cheesesteak. So excited for that. We actually got 2 of these because again, you guys know we love leftovers. And then we've got some green peppers we're gonna cut up and a red pepper. I'm not positive that this is still good. To be totally honest. What do you think, Sherri?
It's a little squishy.
We might have 2 green peppers. And then we've got some onion, and we have some white American cheese that we're gonna melt over the top at the end. Sherri Beth?
Yeah.
I'm letting you make the decision on the red pepper. What do you think?
I mean, it's probably okay. The skin is a little bit, I don't know. I think it's probably okay.
Plus, we're gonna cook it up. We're not eating it raw.
We're gonna cook it up.
I say we keep it in there, and if this ends up being the last vlog people see from us, they know why.
Please know we love you.
Please know that we love you guys. Blame the red pepper. So step number 1 that we're gonna need to do is actually just get the pepper and onions chopped up. Now, if you've watched these vlogs, you know that this is my job. These are Sherri's job. So Sherri Beth, I'll let you do yours first.
Okay.
Sherri's chopping up the bell pepper, and what we're looking for here is actually similar to the way we chopped it up when we did the Italian sausage. We're going to do it in kind of those long strips. So we don't want it diced. We want it in the strips, yep, just like that. We're actually gonna get the onions and peppers going in the pan first. Because this is so thinly shaved, this is not gonna take long to cook at all. So these will take a little bit longer, so we'll do the veggies in the pan first. And actually we just decided you guys are gonna get 2 little mini recipes in this because we have the bottom of the pepper here, and we were just gonna chop it up and include it. I was like, nope, Sherri, wait. I want to show them one of my favorite keto snacks. This is something that I've been munching on and absolutely loving. And it also only takes a couple of ingredients. So take a bell pepper piece, kind of like this. Then what we're going to need is a pack of cream cheese. We are going to fill our pepper just like that with cream cheese. And then we're going to come over here and get our everything but the bagel seasoning. And then this is just going to get sprinkled right on top like so, making a mess everywhere, because that's sort of what I do.
Yeah.
And then after you add your everything but the bagel seasoning, it looks sort of like this. And then you take it, and you guys, it's very crunchy. If you don't like chewing sounds, not a good snack. But honestly, this has been one of my go-to keto snacks. You just like cut up a bell pepper, put cream cheese on it, put everything with the bagel seasoning on it, and eat this. It is so stinking delicious. Now, let's see how Sherri's doing with peppers. Sherri Beth, look at you. Got them all chopped up, and look at that. I got a couple more snacks there. So I guess now it's my turn to do the onions.
Yep.
So now we're just gonna take the peppers that Sherri cut up. We're gonna go over here, put them in our cast iron pan, like so. Now, I'm going to chop up, I think I might only do 1 onion. I'm gonna see how much I get from this and then decide if I wanna do 2, because again, onion's one of those things that just like cooks down so much. So let's see what we get out of this and then figure out how much we're gonna use. And again, just like the peppers, we're going for those strips. So just like that. And I don't want so many onions and peppers that they are like the main focus of this dish, because obviously you want the meat, the shaved beef, to be the focus. You just want enough peppers and onions in there to add some flavor to the bites. So I think 1 onion might actually be enough. So I think that is going to be perfect. I don't think we're gonna need a second onion. And then in with the peppers, these are going to go. And then we're just gonna cook these probably just for, I'd say 3 to 5, probably more like 5 minutes by themselves. Let them cook down some, and then we will add the beef in. All right, Sherri. How are you feeling about these cooking videos?
I am enjoying them.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, like we're cooking anyway, so it doesn't take that much more effort to just shoot what we're cooking.
And I like that we feel like we have the freedom to just be honest, because I think you guys are probably like this too. There are some nights that it is about what is the easiest thing we have on hand to make.
Yeah, I mean, it's dinner time right now. And so what can we make that's not going to take an hour and a half or more? Like, it's just like, what? Something that we can just throw together, but still healthy.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, you get home, long day work, you're tired, and the last thing you want to do is a recipe. Right? And so it's like, but you know what we can do? We can cut some onions, we can cut some peppers, we can cook up some beef, melt some cheese over it for something that is familiar and comforting. I agree with you though, I'm enjoying these videos.
Yeah.
We've loved hearing from you guys that you're actually enjoying this kind of stuff.
Right.
It's been fun. A lot of you guys have sent us images on Instagram. You've DM'd us messages, photos of making these meals.
I love that.
That's been super, super cool. So again, we are not, this isn't a cooking channel.
Right, we're not professionals.
We fully understand that we are mediocre at very best, but we're having fun, and we've been eating pretty good.
Right.
Doing these videos has also helped us think outside of the box on what we normally make for keto.
Yep.
Because I think one of the things that Auburn said in her recent video that I just so related to is she talked about when they did keto the first time, they sort of found like 3 to 5 recipes they loved and just repeated that.
And we kind of did that too.
We did that too.
Yeah.
And so that's great to have those recipes, but I know for us, like, it's easy to get burned out on that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been fun to add new recipes sort of to our keto favorites.
Yeah, well, and I think that when you kind of get stuck in the rut of like the same few, then it's easier to break away from keto, because it's just like, oh my gosh, if I have this one more time, I'm gonna scream.
I just need something new. I want something different.
Right.
And something different sometimes is like a Domino's pizza.
Correct.
Not keto, right? Okay, let's go check on our peppers and onions. They're already starting to smell good. I don't know why, but just like, this is the most simple thing. They should make a peppers and onions candle.
Right, it smells
Like,
so good.
It smells so good. Oh my gosh, toss some garlic in there, be in heaven. Now, full confession on this recipe, when we first started talking about this, we actually were like, you know what, we're gonna make our own cheese sauce to put over the top. And then we were like, well, let's go to the store and look at Cheese Whiz. And holy cow, we looked at Cheese Whiz, we looked at Velveeta, could not believe the carbs in those. So that's when we started thinking, maybe we'll make our own cheese sauce. And then the reality of the busy day set in, and we're like, you know what? Nope. We're just gonna melt the cheese that we have on hand over that instead, because it's easier, it's quicker. Because again, some days, ain't nobody got time to make a cheese sauce. So you can see these are starting to get there. You can start to see some color in there on those onions, like right in here. But we really do want to cook these down quite a bit. We really don't want much of a snap on these. We don't want them to be crunchy. We want them to be nice and soft. So still have a few minutes to go on these. Now we are talking. Sherri, Beth, giving this a stir. Those are looking good. And remember, these are going to keep cooking after we put the meat in. So I think those are good by themselves. Let's add our shaved beef. Now this is something that I haven't seen at our store all of the time. They've only started carrying it recently. It looks perfect for this. I don't know if this is the kind of thing you'd be able to get. I do know there's a product out there called like Steakums that I think might be somewhat similar maybe. But here we go. Let's add it in. Yes, please.
Remember, this meat is super thin, so it's really only been in there for maybe 2 minutes, and it's just about done.
It smells really good, man.
Yes, it does. And we're doing this in our cast iron pan so that when we add the cheese, we can actually just stick it in the broiler, which we just turned on. So it's nice and melty. We added a little bit of salt and pepper. We're adding a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder just to kind of give a little bit of seasoning and flavor to the meat, and then it's going in the broiler.
Sherri Beth is adding some cheese to this. One thing that Sherri and I agree on very, very much is that you want a Philly to be very cheesy, right? So we've got the whole top covered with cheese. In fact, you know what, Sherry Beth? We actually have some more cheese down here. And gosh darn it, we're gonna add some more. Now, normally I think on a Philly, I feel like it's provolone or like whiz, like cheese whiz basically. We're using, as I think I said earlier, white American, and then I'm just topping it off here with some mozzarella. Traditional, absolutely not. But you know what? It's gonna be delicious. So let's put it in the broiler. Now remember, everything in this is cooked. Like this meal is done with the exception of melting the cheese. So we're not gonna leave it in the broiler for very long because we don't want the cheese to burn. We just want the cheese to melt. Taking this out of the broiler, and that's exactly what we want. Oh my goodness, that looks so delicious.
Yes, it does.
So look at how good this looks. The cheese melted perfectly, the beef in there, the peppers, the onions. It is dinner time. So then we are actually just going to dish them up just in like plain bowls because we fancy. But here we go. Here's the moment, Sherri. I want to see, is it cheesy enough? The moment of truth. Oh yes. Oh heck.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you guys, I think that is exactly what we were hoping for. And again, the moment of truth, Sherri, you've become the official LeggLife cooking vlog taste tester.
Oh, okay.
So we want honest opinions, because if people make this and it's trash, they need to know.
Right.
Here we go. Gosh, you guys, it is gonna be hot, I will say that.
Hot.
So don't burn your mouth.
It's really good.
It is? Does it taste like a Philly? It does? I'm really glad to hear that because I have, like Philly cheesesteaks are just one of my very favorite things. And obviously, like, ain't no such thing, at least that I know of, like a keto hoagie roll. So, let's try my first bite. It tastes like a Philly.
It's really good.
Okay, that's actually better than I expected it to be.
But yeah, agreed.
Wow. We did put salt and pepper. I think Sherri said this, onion powder and garlic powder in the meat, just to add a little bit of flavor. This thing is super flavorful.
It's perfect.
It is perfect.
Yep, I wouldn't change anything about this.
I'm a little shocked. I expected this to be one of those meals where, I know you guys have these, we all have these.
It's fine.
It's like, you know what? The point of tonight's dinner was not to like impress ourselves. The point was like to get food in us because we needed to survive. You know what I mean? This was one of those survival meals.
Dinner.
We need to have dinner and we have this in the fridge, so just make it. I was hopeful this would be good. This is totally better than I expected. I'm gonna go finish the rest of this Philly cheesesteak. Another successful keto dinner. Also, yeah, don't judge us. We're having White Claws. Okay, Sherri. Keto Philly cheesesteak bowls. How did they turn out?
So good.
Way better than we expected.
Yeah, like I was like hoping that it would be good, but it was really good.
This is a keeper. Like, at the whole time we were eating, we were talking about how this exceeded our expectations for this meal. Sherri pointed out something, and once you said it, I couldn't get out of my head. There's a Philly cheesesteak, like a national chain called Charlie's.
That's what it tastes like.
And it tasted, Sherri was like, this tastes like Charlie's, and it really does.
Yeah.
But also, you gave this meal kind of a compliment.
I did. So he was saying, like, he would take exactly this and just put it on a hoagie roll and call it like a Philly cheesesteak.
Like after we're done with keto?
I did miss the bread.
Yeah.
And I think I would eat it just like this. And I feel like, just like the burger bowls that we do, like I don't miss the bread. I feel like the bread is just sort of there to like hold it in place, but like it's not actually necessary. So I don't miss it.
Yeah, this was so stinking good.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, as far as like carbs, like keto, all this, we went and did the math. There's about 30 carbs in this whole meal.
Right.
But we ate half of it, so about a quarter of that.
Which we split.
Yep, which we split. So we still have half of it left. So about 7.5 carbs for each of us for dinner tonight, and that includes everything: the peppers, the onions, the cheese, all of that kind of stuff. Yep. So I don't know. This to me was a huge success. Yes. I'm so happy. I know this was shorter than most of our cooking videos, but again, that's life.
Right, I mean, tonight was just not a night to like really get into the recipe.
Nope, some nights, and here, can I be totally honest with you guys? This is one of those nights that we normally would have just gone and gotten fast food.
Yeah, because neither one of us feel like cooking, like we're both tired, and it's just like...
This was a McDonald's or a Taco Bell or like a Domino's pizza night.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm really proud of us for not doing that.
Yeah.
And for still making something at home and for still doing keto. Keto journey, Sherri, still going well?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me too. No speed bumps or hiccups.
Nope.
We also have not had a meal that has been like a bust yet.
Right, yeah, we haven't made anything that was like, and we won't make this again.
Yeah, we haven't had to choke down any food,
So
which
yay.
has been really nice. But again, I'll put the information down below on this recipe. It's super, super simple, like ridiculously simple.
Yep.
And it's also one that we're definitely gonna be doing again. So friends, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for kind of following along on our keto, our cooking journey. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next LeggLife video.